Every fitness guru online makes out that it's easy to lose weight. But when I lost 35 pounds, it wasn't easy at all. It was emotionally and physically knackering. It was full of fuck-ups and plateaus and days where I thought about giving up altogether. And maintaining the loss afterwards is the hardest bit. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the 5 rarely spoken about harsh truths that I learned when I was losing weight, so that you find losing weight and maintaining it hopefully a lot easier than I did. The first harsh truth is that it is painfully slow. I know social media is filled with rapid transformations from the top 0.01% genetic freaks of the world, but that's not me, and it's probably not you. And I didn't get fat just because I ate a bit more for a couple of weeks. I got fat because for a period of like 15 years, I created poor habits with food, exercise, going out, and getting shit-faced. And because I'd tried and failed so many times, I just sort of lost any belief I had in myself. And it takes time to work through that. I needed to build some self-esteem and some belief and some trust in my word and gain some confidence that I could actually do this. Because fat gain is not really the problem. Fat gain is just a symptom of the actual problem. And if you just fix the fat gain with a rapid fat loss plan, the symptoms are still going to rear their head later on. Imagine you've been in a terrible accident and you've now got a hole straight through the middle of your foot. It's infected and now you've got a symptom, a headache. So you take some paracetamol and you get rid of the headache. And then you stop taking the paracetamol and the headache comes back. Why? Because you've got a whopping great hole in your foot. If you fix that, then the headache stops coming back. Proper fat loss is a lifestyle change and it takes time. Short term, you're going to feel better. Long term, that's where you see the physical results pay off. The second harsh truth was that it is really bloody hard.
That's what she said.
I was a personal trainer myself with 60 clients and I still couldn't lose weight. And that wasn't because I didn't know what to do. I was watching my own clients get great results in front of me every week. It was very frustrating. I was going home after training 10 people and getting a takeaway because I couldn't hack the cravings. Now you have to accept that some days are just going to be shit. You might have to make a meal that you weren't really interested in making after a long day at work. Or you might have to stay up a bit later to hit your step target. You might even have to watch all of your mates get a large Domino's pizza while you get a small and a salad for 25 quid, the robbing bastards. And if you're thinking, I don't really have the discipline for that, look, I bet you've got something that you're proud of, a degree or a job or a house that you've purchased. You would have had to work late probably for it and make some sacrifices, not go out drinking with your mates on some weekends, whatever. You made those sacrifices to achieve a goal that you really care about. Annoyingly, it's the same with weight loss. It is not the easy and exciting thing that people online make it out to be. It is months of compromise, not too much, hopefully, something that when you're done will be life-changing. Unfortunately, sometimes you do just have to do the hard bit that you previously weren't willing to do. The third harsh truth was that I can't just do whatever I want and expect to get results from it. If I want to go out for dinner on a Saturday night, I'm going to need to make a plan for it. I might need to drop my calories in the week and be a bit boring and embrace it, as most diets, you can't even eat out at all. At least here, I get to do something I like. And I'm not this super motivated PT discipline guy. I couldn't be arsed at all. But I had done years of giving myself too much of an easy ride and just sort of getting nowhere. Fat loss isn't aware of your feelings. All it cares about is that you give it the correct inputs, and if you don't get any results. Oh, and by the way, if you want to know what those inputs are for you, you can use my calorie calculator in the description below. The fourth harsh truth is that fat loss isn't sexy. We all get wrapped up in the million bits of advice that we see from tossers on social media. I realise the irony, by the way. And the reason that most people don't succeed isn't because they haven't found the best plan yet. It's probably because we're looking for the next diet or hack, hoping that that's the thing that we were missing. When in reality, when you've got the basics of a calorie deficit, some steps, a bit of movement, and a few lifestyle changes, you've got everything you need. And it's usually our expectations that have us looking elsewhere. We thought it was meant to be fun and exciting, and it's just not. In fact, it was the boring basic stuff that got my client to lose 25 kilos. And not once did we get her to follow a fad diet that we'd spotted online. And the final truth is that you can do everything right some weeks and you'll still make no progress. I had weeks where I ate perfectly, I trained, I walked, I slept 8 hours, I didn't drink alcohol, I smashed it. And I get on the scale and, for fuck's sake, the scale's gone up. But remember, this is a long-term game. You need to become focused on the process and not the outcome. So your job is to focus on your daily tasks. Let the outcome take care of itself. Your weight will fluctuate, but your fat won't. And in fact, a little bonus one, maintaining that weight loss is the hardest part. When you reach the end of the diet, you don't just stop. All of the things that you did to create that new lifestyle and this new body that you've done over the last number of months and years, you still have to do it, just with more food now. And it's not always going to look perfect. Maintenance is a range. You aren't going to stay the same weight forever. Some seasons you will probably go up in weight. Some seasons you'll probably come down in weight. That's why it's so important to build a lifestyle and do this properly. You need this all to be things that you keep up for good. So I lost 35 pounds and it wasn't a walk in the park, but it was genuinely the best thing I've ever done for my life. And this is why my clients succeed too after years of failing. They know what to expect and they know how we're going to get through it. But not if you're doing any of the common slip-ups that I see most of my clients before they come to me are doing. So watch this video next to make sure that you're not doing them either.